So today we're going to be looking at trusted. All right, part of VulnLab. Yeah, we'll see what it's all about here, and we'll try to get into it. Well, we're not going to try. I already got into it once, but this one is quite the box. It says that's an easy box on VulnLab. I didn't really think it was very easy. Let's go and start off with grabbing that IP address. And we'll start off. I think I actually already have it. Yep. Start off with the rust scan here. All right. We can see that port 88 is up, and also port 80 is up, right? So if we go ahead and we curl, and we also have a mount up too, 59, or excuse me. Pretty sure we should have a mount up. Unless I grabbed the wrong one. Which, I mean, wouldn't be the first time, right? No, there's no mount, just like I thought. But it's not actually showing every single thing that I want to see here, I don't think. I might have went to the wrong one. Let me try 85. There's two machines on this, that's why. My son's also awake, if you can't tell. There should be, might have to actually stop it. Start back up again. Nope, there it is. Okay, cool. MySQL's up, things like that. All right, cool. So we're all good with that. So let's go ahead and check out that port 80 like right there. See if we can find anything in there. Let's go ahead and start off with that. I'm referring to my notes a lot for this one. This one took me a while to do. So you see it says dashboard. You go ahead and click on it. And we can see that it's XAMPP, right? So, okay. Let's go ahead and do a Ferox Buster on that guy right there. We'll try with big.txt at first. Then we'll go from there. See if we find anything. Something else I learned about doing this box that I never really noticed is that you can just type in Ferox Buster. Right, let's say I just do this like right here. Just hit enter. It'll actually pick the raft medium directories.txt word list for you, just so you know. And if we do that raft one, we actually see this dev like right here. So that's good for us. So if we go to dev, go ahead and accept that. And we get to over to here, right? Find ourselves a little web page. We go to about, and we can see this view equals about.html. Let's go ahead and grab Windows LFI word list here. And let's throw this whole thing into a text file, right? All these paths like right here, and see if there's any LFI on this thing. So we grab all this, right? We throw this all into a text file. This thing still hasn't found dev yet. So let's go and see if we can throw that into a text file. We'll echo all of that stuff into, we'll say LFI.txt. And let's go ahead and try to fuff that. Right? Tag you the URL. And we'll actually just grab the URL from over here. We actually want fuzz right here, right? So we go ahead and put that in quotes just in case. We could probably do HTTP actually because there was also port 80 was also up. And then we'll do attack W. We'll do LFI.txt. We'll see if we start getting back a bunch of responses that don't really matter. We should probably actually stop this up here too. That's probably not really helping out for. Okay, we do. And we see that a bunch of responses are lines 35. So we go ahead and do attack FL 35. Hit enter again. And okay, cool. It looks like we have LFI, right? So if I click on this Etsy host like right here, if I go to this, let's go ahead and look at that like real quick. And yeah, we do. Okay, we have LFI. All right, so we have local file inclusion on here. Now we just got to figure out where do we want to look, right? We noticed that MySQL was on here, right? So let's go ahead and try to append on dev a PHP, right? Then we'll use a word list like user share word list derby. We'll try big.txt. See if we can find anything in here with that. All right, we do actually. we find a db.php. So we find a database, right? If we don't click on it though, we just see connected successfully. So what we have to do is we have to filter this, right? We have to do a PHP filtering. Okay, so if I go over to my LFI over here, we can see that I had to use a PHP filter, convert to base64, and then go to that file, right? Now we know that we're running dashboard, so we know what's on XApp. So if we know what's on XApp, then that means that the whole file is going to be XApp, htdocs, the web page is called /dev, and then database.php. So that's how we know all that, like right there. So if we click back here, or back over to here, we should be able to call for it from right here with a PHP filter, convert that to base64, attack encode /resource equals cxamp htdocs dev database.php. And we do actually drop down something. We get a base64 something. So we go and echo that. And we'll go ahead and we'll do a base64 attack D to decode it. And we do get a username and password, right? So let's go ahead and connect to MySQL now because we know that's open. So do a MySQL, attack U root, attack P, attack H, this IP address like right here, right? Because we saw that port 3306 was up and running. Password is right here. No, but there's no one to talk to. There's no one else on here. Oh, my son's going to take it for a second. 1 second. There you go. You want to say something? What do you want to say? You want to say hello?
Hello.
There's no one else on. There's nobody there. Oh, nobody's in there. All right. So we see that we connected to database. Go ahead and show databases. News is the only one that sticks out to me, so we'll go ahead and we'll use news. Hey, Samuel. Ascertainment said hi. He waved. Look. Right there. See his wave? See his wave? Then we go ahead and show tables. Well, he can't. He takes him a second, but he's got to type. Oh, he's going back to you, Ascertainment. 1 second. Okay. He can't hear you through here. He's typing. You say, how you doing?
How you doing?
Good job.
What's that?
Well, it's going to take him a minute to hear it. All right. This one's also being recorded too, so this is definitely going on YouTube. We go ahead and select star from users. What? Select star from users. There we go. And we get these 3 hashes, right? Let's go ahead and drop these into hash.text. We'll drop this guy into hash.text. And then this last one into hash.text. Okay. Let's go ahead and cat that hash.text now. Looking good. Let's go ahead and John that hash.text. Format raw MD5. John.pot's already actually got it, so we'll go ahead and we'll actually do that, and then we'll do it again. And we see this I hate Eric too. So these people obviously don't like Eric, right? So let's go ahead and use, I'm thinking crap map exec maybe. SMB for this IP address up here, right? Attack U, and we'll go ahead and throw these usernames into a file. Looks like we have R. Smith. We have E. Walters. And we have C. Powers. All right. So we'll do a usernames.text, and then we'll just do attack P of I hate Eric 2. Let's see what we get here. See if we get any hits. Looks like we got R. Smith. We can go ahead and throw that into a userpass.txt file. Look at that userpass.txt now. There we go. All right, so it looks like he can log in through SMB. He can't do anything on there, but he can log in through it, right? Which, I mean, we got somewhere with that, right? So now let's go ahead and start to a new right system, right? Let's try to get user SPNs. We'll go ahead and we'll do, it looks like lab.trusted.vl. Let's go ahead and also sudo nano etc host. Make sure that my etc host looks good. It does not the IP address. All right. We'll try that. And then we'll do a little slash. Actually, I think it goes that way. R Smith, password of I hate Eric2. Okay, no entries in there. All right, let's try to look up SID, see if we see anyone weird in here. Let's try the same thing. Might have to actually put in the IP address for this one, though. Usually I have to put in the IP address for this one also for some reason. At that. See if we see anyone weird. Those all look normal. I'm going to try to look at my notes as little as possible. Those all look normal. Oh, I'm still on here. I never reset it, so I'm still on there. Okay, let's go ahead and try to do a Bloodhound. Bloodhound Python. We'll go ahead and say tac D is going to be, what was it, lab.trusted, right? Lab.trusted.vl. That's the domain, right? Tac U is going to be R Smith. I hate Eric2. And we'll go ahead and we'll throw that IP address into here. And we shouldn't technically be able to do this. We should actually have a problem with it. Okay, we do get a problem, okay? For some reason, this will not allow us to do it. We could try it with tac DC and put in the computer name also. If I can go ahead and grab that, there we go. We can try to put the computer name also of labdc, labdc.lab.trusted.vl. You try that like right there, and it won't allow us to do it for some reason, right? So what I realized was that we could use DNS chef, right? And then we could do a tac fake IP, and we could put in the IP address, or is it tac? It might be tac. I think it's tac fake IP. And then we can put in this IP address, right? Now we come over here. Let's grab that Python. Let's grab this whole thing. Come over here now. And the IP address this time, we're going to say is 127.0.0.1. And then there we go. We start dropping everything. So that's good stuff for us, right? So that's a little trick with Bloodhound Python. It's getting there. It's getting there. It's almost done. Almost done. Although there's a, there we go. All right, cool. So let's go ahead and move all the 2023 stuff, star into blood. CD in there. And we'll go ahead and we'll start up Bloodhound. I like to start it up in a totally different, in my same terminal as the VPN's running in. It's because I don't need to actually mess with it. Sudo neo4j console. And then we'll do Bloodhound. Once this starts. All right, looks like it started. Bloodhound. Logging in. Success. Awesome. So now we go ahead and clear this database out that we have in there like right now. And then we can upload our new database. Let's go to home, desktop, This is VulnLab, right? And this one is trusted. I'm gonna open that guy up like right there. Go ahead and upload all this data. Let's see if we can do anything with R. Smith. R. Smith. All right, let's go ahead and double click on him. And we do have a reachable high value target. We can force change a password for E. Walters. Let's go ahead and mark him as owned. And let's go ahead and change E. Walters' password. So if we right click on this, go to help, Linux abuse, we see that we can use the RPC for it to be able to run this right. Target user was E. Walters, correct? Then we'll go ahead, we'll throw in password exclamation point. Domain that I have right, which is lab.trusted.vl. Controlled user, that was R. Smith. Password of I hate Eric2. And then domain controller, the IP address right. So we can probably actually stop this DNS chef over here. Grab the IP address off of there. Throw the IP address in. We should be able to change E. Walters' password now. Make sure we have enough time on this guy. All right, cool. I just extended him. All right, so now we changed E. Walters' password. So we tried NXC, SMB, E. Walters. Make sure I put in the correct IP address, 241.86. E. Walters, PSISSW0RD exclamation point. And it should be green for us, right? We should get a little plus sign there. We do. All right, let's see what this guy can do. Let's try crack everything. With E. Walters, yep. And then my IP address there. Remember that attack J just means just check. Attack Z for shell, saying, hey, I want to see if I have a shell on anything, right? If you've never changed your comp file, your crap map exec or cme.comp or nxc.comp, then you won't be able to do anything with that. Just leave it at pawned. All right. Oh, I'm doing it in blood. All right, so it looks like we have RDP and WinRM. We can get on with both of those. Go and get on with evil WinRM. RDP will not work because he's not an administrator, just so you know. Now let's go ahead and also echo E. Walters. Into userpass.txt. And we'll go ahead and we'll evil WinRM through him. Now I started laughing when I got into here. Because if you go to CD and to C drive, we do a DIR on there. I saw an AV test. I went ahead and went in there. And the reason I started laughing was because I actually have this exact. We'll go ahead and delete this. I actually have this exact exploit on one of my machines. Not allowed to delete it. Okay. Let's go ahead and type readme.txt. And we have like right here, I asked Christine to run them a few times just to be sure. So it's talking about AV tools, right? So they're obviously talking about this. Now they just said Christine, and if you remember in our users, we have something called C powers, right? So if you look at our users, Christine was C powers. Her first name was Christine. Christine Powers, so C powers. So I mean, C powers is running something in here. Now, the reason I laughed is because I know that the DLL for this is usually messed up. And so I immediately said, okay, cool, MSF Venom, right? We're going to make a DLL for it. We're going to change this 192, or excuse me, we're going to change it to my L host, right? We're also going to change this to be just a regular shell reverse TCP. Like that, okay? We got to change our L host. We're going to change this to a DLL file. we're going to save that is Casper Sky tool enu.dll. Now, how would you figure that out? Right, that's missing. Okay. What you could do is you go ahead and copy that Casper Sky removal tool back to yourself to a Windows machine, and you can run a process monitor on it. Right? And it'll show you that there's DLLs missing out there. I do have a video where I actually showed doing that. I don't remember. It was probably like a year ago that I actually did that to actually show it. And I think it was actually for this tool right here that I did it for. But one of my machines have this exact exploit for it that I made. So that's kind of why I started laughing. Let's go ahead and do an SMB server. And we'll go ahead and we'll copy this file over onto the machine. Copy from my IP address first. /share, right? Share. All right, this tool. And now whenever you have something with a DLL problem, the executable will usually look in its own folder first. So that's why I threw it into this folder, because the executable will usually look in its own folder first. All right, but it's being used by another process. That's because I never reset the machine. All right, so we're just going to have to stop this. That will work for you. That's probably why I also cannot delete it. But if we do an RL wrap, mine's actually got 443, I believe, that I put it for. I believe I put it for port 443. We may have to actually restart this guy, this machine like right here, and do it again if it doesn't connect back to us in a minute or so. But we'll find out. If it doesn't, we'll go through everything like real quick, and we'll get right back into it. And we already know that we have that Casper Sky exploit there. Doesn't look like it wants to connect back, does it? Let me try it out port 445 also, just to make sure. I don't think I did on that one. I'm pretty sure it's on port 443. It looks like we may have to restart the machine. So I'm going to go ahead and restart like real quick. This is going to take a couple minutes for it to stop and start back up again. And we'll go ahead and we'll get right back to like where we were before. So since we got to restart the machine, we'll take a quick 5-minute break while we restart that machine. We'll start up an ad or whatever so it doesn't get as lonely, right? At least we already have everyone's password, so we don't need to go back through and exploit the database or anything like that again, right? We can just do that like right there. I have to wait at least a minute to start the machine. The machine is going to take a minute or two to start. Hey, thanks a lot for the follow, John Wynn. Thank you very much. I think I actually got the same IP address. That's weird. Nope, I didn't. Okay. All right, we're going to take a quick 5-minute break while this thing starts up, and yeah, we'll be. All right, so we should just be able to change his password again. Wherever I did that last at, right here. Should just be able to get right in, change his password, and oh, I should probably put in the correct IP address though, huh? That usually works. We should be able to hop right back into him now. So at least since we had to restart, at least it wasn't anything too bad. We should be able to get right back into eWalters with the correct IP address. And there we go. CD back into C AV test. All right, cool. We're at Casper Sky Removal Tool again. We'll go ahead and we'll send ours over again. Right there, right? So we'll quickly do a SMB server over here. And I don't actually remember what I actually made that DLL for, like right there, with that MSF Venom file. So let's go ahead and actually make another one. I did for port 445 of this one, okay. So we'll go ahead and we'll start the SMB server. And we'll do a copy from my IP address /share /Casper Sky removal tool enu.dll. We'll copy that into there. Sweet. So we got that. Let's go ahead and listen on port 445 now. Oh, it's going to be a little hard to do that. There we go. So now we just got kind of listed on port 445. She's supposed to be running it, right? If I type that readme.txt again, she's supposed to be running it every once in a while, and there we go. So who am I? I should be C Powers, and I am. Okay, I'm C Powers now. Awesome. All right, let's go ahead and mark him as pwned. Mark is owned, and also C Powers. So I've now marked everybody. I now have everybody as owned now. All right, let's go ahead and see what she can do. She can actually reach 9 targets. Yeah, DC sync on lab trusted.vl. I did not know she could do that. Let's go ahead and try that like real quick. So, well, actually, maybe I did know. Who am I /all? Let's go ahead and see who she is. Yeah, she's not part of administrators group, so are we sure she could do that? Let's go ahead and try it. Secrets dump. We'll do, this is called, I already forgot the name of it. Actually, that was the wrong person. Who am I /all? Looks like she can. Looks like she should be able to, right? So we should be able to put Mimikatz on here and actually be able to do that, or we can try it with secrets dump. Let's go ahead and see if we can get a PowerShell like real quick. We can, okay. Let's go ahead and grab, start up a server over here in tools. Python server. Start that up. And we'll go ahead IEX, IWR, use basic parsing. Trusted.vl, that's what it is. Use basic parsing for my IP address, right? /powerview.ps1. Let's go ahead and throw that in there. Excuse me. That matches name use. Oh, that is true. Use basic parsing. There we go. That was our 100% facts. It can actually do that. All right, cool. And we can actually get that domain controller. There we go. Got force is trusted.vl. We're on lab.trusted.vl, right? So if I do a host name, we're on labdc.trusted.vl. So let's go ahead and try secrets dump over here. And this is going to be for lab.trusted, or we'll just try for trusted.vl at first. / her name, which is C Powers. And we actually have no idea what her password is, so I don't know why I'm even trying this like right now. And we still don't have her hash either. So let's go ahead and throw. Let's go ahead and throw invoke Mimikatz on here. We'll do a quick invoke Mimikatz attack command. LSA dump LSA /patch. Let's try to dump that. Oh, what's that? 64-bit. It is a 60. Oh, you know why? Because we have a 32-bit shell, huh? Okay, let's go ahead and CD to C drive, make a directory temp. Then let's go ahead and CD to temp, and we can actually get. So we do have person A client after authentication and everything. So let's go ahead and do an IEX IWR. Use basic parsing. We're just going to do an invoke tools. Actually, I don't know if I don't even really want to do that. Let's do a wget. Yeah, we can do invoke tools. We'll do invoke tools, tag lhost. That's myself, right? For there. CTab obviously already exists. But this guy's also going to run power up stuff like that. That's why I didn't know if I really wanted to do it, because he's going to run power up or everything else, right? But we don't know her password, so it's going to be a little hard, or her hash or anything. It's going to be a little hard to do a DC sync, right? On lab trusted.vl without that information. So Mimikatz should give us that information. Invoke tools also loads up netcat and juicy potato. That's why I actually want to do this like right here, so we can get a callback with that and actually utilize that. Hey, thanks, Dre Odage. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot for the follow. So we should be able to get that. Hey, thank you very much. Ice Blackclick. Ice Blaforic. Thank you very much. Let's see where it's at. Let's go ahead and check over here. It's on power up, so it's probably trying to run that power up like right now. This may also break the machine. I have no idea. We can do another RL wrap for 445 just to make sure. Hey, thanks a lot for the follow. I'm just going to go with Ice Blackclick. I'll just call you Ice. Or Black. I kind of figured this was either going to break it. So hopefully we get a call back up here so we don't have to restart it again. Because it's going to try to run power up. And it's also going to try to run Mimikatz too. Black Ice. There we go. Ice, Black Ice. I get it. Okay. There we go. I'm too old for this. Okay, cool. All right. Now we have all that. If I do a dir, I have Juicy Potato, I have SC64, I also have Chisel, Agent, Print Spoofer, WinPs Any. I have all those on here, right? Let's go ahead and run an SC64 and get a 64-bit shell back over here. And then once we do that also, that'll also give us an NT Authority system. So, hey, thanks a lot, Oreo. Thank you very much. Oh, welcome also, Oreo. Oreo, Bite, and I, we always talk on Discord. We like to pick at each other. I like to pick at him. He calls me an asshole. It's a good time. Ah, that's not good. All right, so let's go ahead and we'll do this juicy potato. Let me go ahead and go to my exploits down here. And we'll go to juicy potato ng. There we go. We'll go ahead and we'll throw it up here like right now so I can grab my IP address. I don't know, you think I'd have it down by now. But I never will. Okay, period slash because we are a PowerShell. Then we go ahead and run this like right here. That'll give us a callback up here, and it'll also give us a 64-bit shell because we're called for NC64. If it decided to work, it would at least. Okay, or it just hates me. All right, no idea what's going on with that like right now, why it's not actually giving me a callback over here for this SC64.exe. Probably because the IP address is 110 and it's only supposed to be 10. Maybe that's why. There we go. If you put in the correct IP address, look what happens. Who am I? That should be NC Authority System, and I am. Okay, so now we should be able to, let's go ahead and hop over back into PowerShell. And we also have a 64-bit shell now. Oh, that is true. It's not invoke Mimikatz out. There we go. Go ahead and throw Mimikatz out here, and then we'll run a Mimikatz command on it. So we'll go ahead and we'll do invoke Mimikatz tag command. LSA dump LSA /patch. All right, awesome. Let's see what we drop here, if we drop anything at all. And we do. And we do get this trusted now. But we also get the administrator's hash, right? So let's go ahead and do a secrets dump. We can just do it with the administrator's hash now. Secrets dump.py. We can just say /administrator because it should be a local administrator. On their IP address here, right? Here we go ahead and try a secrets dump. Tac hashes. Go ahead and throw his hash in here. See if we can find any good stuff in there. Hey, thank you very much for the follow. Eraser. Oh, I got to put a little going in there. All right. So now we can do a secrets dump. It's not really going to give us that much. The secrets dump, whatever we get there. All right. We're not going to get too much on it. So far, just as a recap, we found an LFI. The LFI allowed us to read a database after we PHP encoded it, right? Basic4 encoded it, right? We found credentials because of that. We utilized Bloodhound, got onto the system, right? With that Bloodhound on the system, now what we can do is we can go ahead and run, now we had Bloodhound, we were able to change eWalter's password, which allowed us to WinRM into the system. Once we WinRM in, we saw that, we saw that, you guys know what's called. That get force change password, we saw that antivirus, right? Kaspersky. I already knew the exploit for it because I had it literally in one of my own boxes that I made. So I had that Kaspersky enu.dll file. If you didn't know what that was, like I said, you could use procmon, process monitor. You can copy that thing back to yourself, use process monitor and actually see it. Okay. And then from there, which we may do after this just to show you how to do it. Then from there, we then got to what we believe is a domain admin. Because if I do a who am I, I'm cpowers. And if we do a net user cpowers, domain admin. All right. So we then got to her. We kind of figured that just because she had DC sync rights over the whole thing, right? lab.trust.vl. She has DC sync rights over it. So, and if you look, she's a member of domain admins, right? She owns all these, okay? So now we've gotten this far, okay? Once we got that callback, then we became NC system authority and we did a secrets dump over here. Just because we did a secrets dump doesn't really mean too much, right? We now have to get into the other machine. There's two machines on this guy, all right? It's not pivoting. We just have another machine that we have to be able to get into. And we can again do that with Mimikatz. All right, what we're going to do is we are going to create a ticket and we're going to pass the ticket. All right, so how we're going to do that is we're going to do an invoke Mimikatz, LSA dump DC sync. I believe it's /patch, if I remember correctly, but we need the domain name first, /domain, and this one was called lab.trust.vl, right? So if we look over here, yep, lab.trust.vl, DC sync, we can do that there, right? So we can do /domain is going to be a lab.trusted.vl, all right? And we also are going to have to put a power view on here too. We're going to do a /all. That should work like right there. All right, we get a lot of information back, right? But what we're specifically looking for is this, like right here, this KRB-TGT hash. Okay, so now we have this hash. So now what we need to do is we need to echo that into KRB-TGT.txt. Okay, so now we have that on file, right? We also should receive the SID. If we scroll up, I might have to actually do a trust. I believe this also shows us SIDs. Let's see here. Nope, it does not. Okay, that's okay. Because we could also get the SID. We could look at an LSA dump trust /patch, which will give us the SID. So now we want to make two files. We call one SID.txt, the other one SIDs.txt. SID is us. SIDs is who we supposedly trust. Okay, which should be this one, like right here. All right, so SID is this guy right here. So we can echo him into SID.txt. we can go ahead and echo him into SIDs.text. All right, for SIDs, right? SIDs.text, okay? So we now have both of those. We have our lab.trusted.vl and then our trusted VL. So we have our actual, actual domain controller there. Now what we want to do is we want to make a ticket. All right, we're going to do a pass the ticket attack, right? So what we want to do is we want to make a ticket. To be able to do that, we'll go back out to my notes because it's a long-ass command. Actually, you know what? No, we're not. No, we are not. We're going to do it from memory because I know that Oreo, he always thinks it's great whenever I run invoke mimikatz from memory. See, it said before, how the hell do you remember all that? Invoke mimikatz, attack command, Kerberos golden, right? We then need the SID, the SIDS. So let's go ahead and grab those two. SID. There's our SID. No, what happened? Let's get mimikatz back on the machine. We can also do this with mimikatz.exe. Just so y'all know. Okay, now we just need to we also need the user administrator. SID is going to be that guy right there. SIDS, SIDS is going to be this guy right here. Right? Hey, thanks a lot, Mortimus. Thank you very much. All right, so we have our SID, we have our SIDS. We need our domain that we are currently on, which is lab.trusted.vl, right? That's who we're currently with, right? If we look at our SIDs and everything like that, if we scroll up, if we look at our SIDs and everything, wherever it's at. Is it all the way up top up here, or is it right there? Did I skip it? There we go. Lab.trust.vl, right? Okay. And how's that, Barney Rubble? All right. SID, SIDS. We also need the KRB TGT hash. Try harder. Okay. Actually makes no sense. If we were stuck, that would make sense, but it actually makes no sense. There we go. Okay, KRB TGT. Yeah, if we were stuck, then you try harder. But, and then we'll go ahead, we'll do a pass the ticket. Now this should put this add to this, we should get this now onto the shell we have like right here. Okay, it says to go the ticket generated for administrator at lab.trust.vl. So if I do a klist now, we should have that in there. A KRB TGT is in there. Happy Friday. Every day is a beautiful day, so I'm doing pretty good. Okay, so now that we have that in there, we should technically be able to do a DIR on the other thing. We can also do a DC sync, but I could not for the life of me get DC sync to work. So we could try it again, like real quick. No point in not trying. That should be every single thing that I need though. If it's not, then it looks like I have to look at my notes. But we should be able to do a LSA dump DC sync. This is what you should technically be able to do with this, right? Slash domain trusted.vl, and then we need our domain controller, right? Which we actually don't know what it is. So let's go ahead and exe SMB. I need to grab the IP address for that domain controller right there, which is .85. SMB, that guy right there, which is going to be trusted DC slash domain DC, I believe it is, right? Someone correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe that's what it is. No, it's just DC. That's why that looks so long. Trusted DC dot trusted.vl. We should technically be able to do that, and I believe it's a slash all. I'm not really too good with the LSA dump. And of course, this time it works. I could not for the life of me get that guy to work last time. Right? For the life of me. Okay? So what I ended up doing was I ended up utilizing a different way to be able to do it, which is to actually look at the directory of the C drive and see if I could do that, right? So I'll show you guys that like right there. So we should, because we got that's trusted.dc, so we should be able to technically do a dir on trustedDC.trusted.vl. And like I said, I could not get DC sync to work for me for the life of me. If we look at the C drive, we should be able to see it, and we can. Okay, that's how you know that your keyless is working, like right there, is that dir. You don't technically need to just go straight to a DC sync, because we could technically get a reverse shell in here. We can say ses equals new PS session. Tag computer name is going to be trusted DC. I might have to do trustedDC.trusted.vl. Okay, access denied. That's weird. I wonder if we actually just need to get rid of the computer name, because sometimes that messes it up. So let's do it like that. And now this time, this one's being denied. That's funny. But I could do this like right here. Trusted DC, trusted.vl, trusted DC, trusted.vl. And we're trying to create a new PS session with trusted DC. That should work like right there. It's funny that's not. It's funny that that's being denied, but this time DC sync's working. Well, if that does work for you, then you can just do an enter PS session $session or $ses. All right. Why that's being denied? No, I do not know. We could try like this. It doesn't like that, like right there. We try with tech computer name than that. Okay, so it does not like that now. That is funny. That's okay. So we have that trust now, and we were able to do a DC sync attack, right? We have the administrator's credentials now, so now what we can technically do is evil win RM in through there. Hey, thanks a lot for follow, Jolly Jumper. All right, we should be able to evil win RM in through here. We need that trusted DC IP address, which is that. Attack U administrator. Attack H, his hash, which is going to be this guy right here. And there we go. CD back, desktop, dir, and we go ahead and type root.txt. But you'll see that we can't get to it. What has happened, okay? It says that's denied. We don't know the administrator's password. We can either A, make a new administrator, or B, we can say, nah, screw this guy, we'll change his password. So that user administrator, right? And we'll put in password /domain. I don't know if I actually need that /domain. Okay, so now we've changed the administrator's password to this. So let's go ahead and Remina, because screw this guy, because he pissed me off, because he obviously has locked that file, right? And I need to look at that file. Yes, we'll go to administrator, and we'll put in our password that we just put in, that we have, and then we can unlock that file. We can right click on it, go to file ownership, personal, and then we can go ahead and we can now look at it. And there we go. So that is that whole machine like right there. Now I'm wondering why I can't. Ooh, gonna be back on an hour. I might still be up. It all depends on what my son's gonna do. All right, so what I'm wondering is why I can now dir in there, but I can't do anything else. So we can keep moving around here also. We can do stuff like that. All right, we can try to type stuff. So we can try to, I don't know if we can echo things. Can we echo stuff on here? Echo, who am I? Or echo, we do that? Oh my god, we can. Okay, cool. So that means we can still get a reverse shell like this then. So even if DC sync didn't work, that didn't work, we can still get a reverse shell like this. So we should be able to copy from ctemp and C64, right, to there, to, actually, let's go ahead and make a directory first. Let's go ahead and say make directory temp, ctemp. All right, cool. So suppose we just made it on there, right? Then we should be able to copy ctemp nc64.exe to ctemp like that, right? Now we can go ahead and do a dir in ctemp. Okay, nc64 is in there. So now we can go ahead and from here, we can go ahead and we can try to run that program, right? So we can say something like let's try this like right here. No idea if it's gonna work or not. We just might need to make like a reverse shell or something like that. Let's go ahead and try that. Okay, so it did it like that, like right there, right? So let's just try something like this, like right here. No destination. Or if we could just do this. Hey, what do we got over here? IP config. Oh, I missed to actually did that. Let me see here. 1 second. Oh god, oh god, oh god. Volko, thank you very much for the follow. Alright, so now we should be able to do an IP config over here. We should be on 85. Oh, 81. Whatever we're on. Is that correct? We're on 86 over there. What are we on over here? I believe we're on the same thing, aren't we? 86. So that did not work for us like right there. Now did it? That just did exactly. Okay. So we probably got to make like a reverse shell or something like that, huh? So let's go ahead and make a reverse shell. So we'll do an MSF Venom. Windows x64. Shell reverse TCP, right? We'll call it shell.exe. That's fine. We know that port 445 will talk back to us. Let's go and grab my IP address. Throw that over to here. Hit enter. And then we'll go ahead and we'll throw this onto this machine, right? So we will do a wget HTTP, that guy, shell.exe, or actually we'll just copy it over so I don't have to change out anything. SMB server, boom, and we'll just copy, or we'll just actually do a copy from shell.exe. It's right there, right? Did I put the slashes the wrong way? No, I did not. It says that it does not exist for some reason. 10.8.0.134. Shell.exe is like right there. That should work just fine. The ctemp. Let's try that like right there maybe. Okay, that's okay. That is okay. Since that authenticated successfully, so I don't really know why it's saying that it doesn't actually exist. Alright, that is okay. Let's go ahead and we will use Python then. So we'll stop this over here. We'll go ahead and we'll Python 3. There we go. We'll do a wget. Okay. Then we can go ahead and we can throw that into here now, right? Copy shell.exe over to there. Okay. Now if I do that dir we got on there, right? We should be able to see it in there. Shell.exe is in there. So now I wonder if we could just run it like this. Okay. Nope, it's still connecting from me. It's still not going into the correct one. It's still connected back to 86, which is this guy over here. So it's still running it from that, like that. Oh, and my wife is just about to get picked up. All right, cool. So that was actually perfect timing. I do want to try. We copy stuff over into it. We can't read anything, right? We can't move anything. That file is protected, and it's not letting me create that session. Which I could do earlier, but I couldn't do the DC sync, which I just found out to be hilarious. Okay, let's go ahead and let's try one more thing here. All right, just to try to create a session, just so we can figure out more than one way to be able to do this, right? I'm thinking, you know why? I don't think we create a session. Let me go ahead and look at my mimikatz command again. I think we need to change out my mimikatz command. I do. Okay. Well, first off, I put the SID in the SIDs. It's the same exact thing, isn't it? That's first and foremost. I don't know how that even worked, like right there. So let's go ahead and throw that in correctly, okay? But something else I want to do, all right, enterprise admins are 519, okay? If you didn't know that, you can go ahead and, I'll show it to you in a second here, but I'm going to do attack 519. You know what we're actually going to do? We're actually going to purge the K-list like real quick. So we're actually do a K-list purge. K-list purge. Okay, that's going to delete all my tickets. Do that again, okay? And then we can go K-list again, and there we go. Now, if you didn't know that that was 519, we could actually, I think, they already have, let's go ahead and throw Power View out of here again. I don't think I have it on this one, like right here. And what we can do with Power View is we can get domain group. Oh, that's 100% correct. Those are facts. Could be a little bit difficult if I don't have a Python server up already. I don't think I actually have this in my notes anywhere also. Get domain group, tag domain. Should be trusted.vl, I believe. I think it's trusted.vl. And then we want to do enterprise admins. It might just be enterprise admin. Huh. Ah, that's weird. Let's just do a net group / domain. Maybe because enterprise admins are on here. Usually enterprise admins are 519. Messed it up, didn't I? All right. But yeah, usually you can do a get domain group like that. Then put a domain in that, say what you want, and that'll actually show you what the ending is. But 519 is enterprise admins. So if we put a 519 at the end of there, let's go ahead and invoke mimikatz real quick again. If we put a 519 on the end of that guy, our lives will be golden. Okay, so now we have that 519 at the end. We have the correct SID now. Remember, we did do a K-list purge beforehand. So let's go ahead and do a K-list. Let's see what we got here. All right, we actually have, Oh, we got a few out here. Let's go ahead and let's purge again, just so we can see our exact one. List. And then there we go. Okay, so we got this administrator for KRBTGT, right? Now let's go ahead and try create a session. Success equals new PS session for trusted.vl. No, it's going to be for that actual machine itself, which is trusted DC, right? Trusted DC.trust.vl. Okay, then we're going to do enter PS session $ses. And there we go. So now we've done it a couple different ways. We've gotten out of this machine, right? Now if I do a who am I /all. Okay. Who am I? I have the administrator on this machine because that's the ticket that I created when I did a pass the ticket attack through Kerberos utilizing the KRB-TGT hash. All right. That is going to be it for this video. From here, I would then either change the administrator's password or maybe, make myself an administrator like net user caret password /add/domain. And then net group enterprise admins /add caret, because it's not a local group, right? It should be a domain group. And then we'll also put them in domain admins just in case. And then I should be able to do a remino over here, IP config over here. You can see I'm now on 85 also. We should be able to log in with caret now. We should also be able to do a secrets dump with caret and everything else. And of course, we cannot for some reason. I don't know if, yeah, it's obviously open. Okay, it obviously just hates me. So whatever. It obviously does not like me like right now, but that's okay. All right, we can also obviously get it with the administrator. So we got a whole bunch of different ways that we're able to get into it. Maybe the administrator is the only one that actually is allowed to do it. Maybe it's not part of domain admins. We can try net local group. Administrators. Add caret. And then from here, we can go ahead and try that one more time. Maybe it'll stop hating me. Who knows? Nope, it just hates me. It's pretty much acting like I don't even... Oh, probably because I'm putting the wrong password. Maybe that's why. PSISSW0RD. I don't know why I didn't put an exclamation point in there. All right, we'll get out through here. And we'll try and go into the C users desktop or C users administrator desktop and see if we can't mess with that file or not. So we'll head over to C drive, right? File Explorer. This PC, C drive, users, desk administrator. I don't know if it's administrator.lab. Hey, thanks a lot for, oh, B7H30, thank you for the raid, but I'm about to leave. I have to go pick up my wife from a wine thing. Aster for Light, thank you very much. And we just finished up this box too, or also. But yep, I'm literally about to leave, so you guys are about to get raided somewhere else. I apologize for that, but we literally just finished up this box. If I right click on it, I can obviously go to properties, do whatever I want with it, right? Change security and everything else, and I could look at it or whatever else, okay? So that is going to be it for that box. Sorry, everyone that's just raided in. Thank you very much, B7H30. Let's go and give him a quick shout out. And we are going to be raiding somebody else. Who else is on InfoSec streams? It's probably just me. I'm going to raid you right back, dude, if you're still on. Better be careful. All right, let me go ahead and head over to Twitch, see who else is over here. We got someone named, I don't know, TJ Khalil. He says front end. He's got 13 people watching him, so let's go ahead and raid him. No idea. I clicked on it and I got immediately, no, never mind. We're not going to rate him. He's literally watching Hulu. Sherry Maker's Arts. Okay, we're going to rate her. Don't know exactly what she's doing, but and that'll be it for that one, like right there. We got through. So just a quick recap of everything. We ended up doing, we started off, right? We saw a LFI. We got that PHP file through a base64, right? We then got a MySQL password, usually a password. We logged it through there, cracked a hash, did a Bloodhound dump after using the DNS chef, right? Because we couldn't connect to it properly, so we had to fake our IP address. From there, at that DNS chef, we then went through and we saw that we could force change password for a user. We force changed that password, got into the machine finally. Once we got into the machine, we saw that there was the cav remover running. We know that cav remover enu.dll is usually a problem, so we went ahead and threw that on there. We got a callback from C Powers, and then we did the DC sync attack through Mimicat with DC Powers, and then we also created another ticket to be able to actually log in through a session. We created a new user, new administrator, and we were able to grab that root.txt. So thanks a lot for stopping by. Thanks a lot for coming around. I'll talk to you all later. And yeah, that's going to be it for this one.